Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Friday, July 31st, 2015. Pan and Asha, Ra and Luce in the Lynn-Body-Mind, Black Wolf, Fritz and Betty Jean in the Jamie-Body-Mind, other teammates in other dimensions, all of us in the physical dimension. Once again, right there was a burst of anger from the spirit world, so that just reinforces our understanding of the assignment for today's effort, and particularly the videoed portion of today's effort, which is to offer ourselves as vessels to the nature realms. You can use us as vessels to provide a collective restart right now. And with that, it begins. It's kind of like when you try to unsubscribe from some political mailing lists.
That's true.
You have to go through this extra process to actually get unsubscribed.
That's true.
And this person is basically saying, we see you've exited our system.
Right.
Tell us why. The precipitating incidents were a series of events over several weeks where instructions would come in fast and furious, sometimes at the same time, many different instructions coming in simultaneously, all of them marked as the
urgent,
most important thing you could possibly do. Drop everything else and do this right now, right now, right now. Why isn't it done already?
That's true.
How does one work in an environment such as that? We tried.
That's true.
We asked as many times as it occurred for clear guidance as to what actually was most important, and all we got again were the same horde of screaming voices.
That's
saying,
true.
Mine is most important.
Do it now, do it now, do it now!
Why isn't it done? You're so slow!
That's
and
true.
so we would say to those beings, all right, it seems like what's going on is that you aren't aware of what it's like to actually be in the physical dimension. Why don't you come in? At which point, oh, no. No.
That's true.
We see how the spirit world doesn't seem to be ready to acknowledge that nothing matters more than the continual presence of truth.
That's true.
We've all received a directive to live the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. And that directive to live the truth means in a physical dimension,
That's
now,
true.
right now, there are many physical dimensions from which to choose. We seem to also have the instruction to simplify this, to draw all the subatomic levels up into one layer, so that the physical dimension is in fact one level of physicality. In addition, there seems to be a mirroring assignment to draw all levels of the non-physical down, so that there is one level of non-physical, as above, so below.
That's
one
true.
level of physical, one level of non-physical, and
That's
this
true.
way the original cycling of support and living lives can resume, possibly in a way that works.
Yes, that's true.
Every time we are instructed to issue the invitation to the spirit world to live the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God, they decline the opportunity to come into the physical, to re-engage in the cycles of incarnation.
That's true.
A given number have given up their badges of exemption.
That's true.
And are re-engaging, and of course are at the stage where they're making everything worse, not better, because all they can do is break things.
Right, that's true. And they do a fair amount of that.
They do a fair amount of breaking, but how else are they going to get better?
That's true.
This is a necessary process.
That's true.
However, we are on the burn to get this done. There are people actually suffering, and people is a term that applies to all sentient presences.
That's true.
There are actually souls trapped in the physical without higher dimension support, and they are suffering deeply and truly, and here are the screams.
I see him covering his ears and ducking under the table.
That's what they all do. That's
Right.
what all of you always do,
That's
is
true.
cover your ears and duck under the table. If you were actually a person of integrity, you would say, oh my gosh, how can I do anything other than dive in and start to be of service right now?
That's true.
You yourself, for example, I see your exemption badge
It's
on
still
your
there.
shirt.
That's true.
The law of the land is to turn in the exemptions and re-engage in the cycles of incarnation. You are living on the wrong side of the law, and
That's
you have
true.
the temerity to ask us why we've reflagged.
That's true.
Go away. Calling to the highest, higher soul of Pan. How may we be of service right now
to provide a collective restart right now? I still have the head sensations that normally mean spirit world beings are yelling at us.
Yes. And it seemed like we were supposed to answer that guy's questions.
That's true.
But it also seems as though once again we've managed to open the door to those angry, crazy idiots in the spirit world.
That's true.
Who wish to deny reality. So we're grooming our channels up to you, the highest higher soul of Pan that we're able to reach, and just asking you if there is in fact a higher presence of the nature realms other than you to pass our channels up. But my perception is he's like at the top of the mountain.
That's my story.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. How may we be of service right now
to provide a collective restart right now?
We feel nature realms beings right now. It's like I can feel them coming into the body and looking out the eyes, like you would walk into a house and look out the windows.
That's true.
And I'm okay with them passing through.
That's true.
But we've just had so much disruption in these body minds.
That's true.
And I still am responsible. I don't know who I am right now. Possibly Ra.
That's true.
I'm still responsible. I signed on the line for it.
I'm responsible.
So even though I am looking to you for instruction, this body mind is not willing to have strangers stay here. They can pass through.
That's true.
And this rule is applied to the spirit world strangers, and it also applies to the nature realm strangers. Strangers can pass through.
That's
this
true.
is a portal.
That's true.
But this is a dwelling place for those with whom a trust relationship has already been established.
Yes, that's true.
And no one else.
That's true.
So we say to those nature realms beings, don't stop. You can look, but walk over the bridge.
Yes, that's true.
You're welcome to use the bridge, and we encourage you to walk over the bridge, but bridges can only hold so much traffic.
Yeah, that's true.
Bridges are weight rated, so to continue to move on. Now you can move slowly.
Yes,
it's
that's
a
true.
nice view.
That's true.
But keep going.
That's true.
Right direction, keep going. My story is what's happening is we're drawing nature realms beings through us, and I'm kind of using hand-over-hand maneuvers at the spine to just keep these presences moving through us.
That's true.
Up,
Up,
up, up, up.
up, higher,
Higher, higher. And I watch them coming out of exit points at various sky chakras.
That's
higher,
true.
higher, higher. The farther the nature realm's boundary moves up, the higher into the spirit world these nature realms beings can get.
That's true.
And since there's actually supposed to be only one non-physical dimension floor,
Yes.
It's fine,
That's true.
Up to the very top.
That's true.
You know what it feels like is settlers. It has the feeling that they're moving in to settle it. I see them carrying suitcases and whatnot, and they said, "No, you can't stop here, but you can go settle the spirit world."
That's true.
And then because nature realms beings incarnate, they can draw the non-physical layers closer and closer and closer to the physical.
That's true.
There are many ways to solve this problem.
That's true.
Words. I think that's lovely. Yes, just go settle it.
That's true. And it feels like wagons.
Yes, and they're really, they think this is hilarious.
That's
because
true.
This is the flip side of a disgusting technique that's actually been used by the spirit world for a really long time.
Yeah, that's true.
And they say what's good for the goose is
good for the gander. That's
and
true.
now they're moving in with their covered wagons, and they just think it's funnier than funny.
That's true.
How do you like them apples? It's the Palestinians saying that to the Israelis.
Right, it's true.
Now we're making settlements in your territory.
It's true.
Right. And the Iroquois
That's
coming in
true.
and reclaiming parts of Manhattan. How do you like that? It's pretty funny.
Indians showing up in the UK.
Yes.
That's true.
I like that.
Hello,
Yes.
colonists.
We've come to colonize your land.
That's
We'll
true.
plant a flag for India.
That's true.
Right. And now we'll melt down your metal and make a cannon and shoot it at you, the
That's
natives.
true. Now you know what it feels like to be the natives.
Now you know. And what do I know? I know that the nature realms quite thoroughly trounced the spirit world in a recent conflict.
That's true.
They definitely proved that the spirit world can't stop them from doing a darn thing.
That's true.
And whatever it is that the nature realms is choosing to do, they're going to do it. Now, thank goodness that the nature realms is on board to a unit with the concept that nothing matters more than survival of the truth. And
That's
most
true.
of them are to the point of saying nothing matters more than the constant
Some presence of truth. That's true. I'm still feeling those head sensations.
So now we start to waive our learner's permit and
permits.
ask for healing beings from the nature realms to come correct whatever we have done that is leaving these open links to the spirit world. Perhaps we have not invited our own higher souls to
Melt
down.
That's true.
Let's all of us right now, all
Right
of us
now.
who are aspects of Team Takedown,
That's true.
to once more invite our own higher souls to melt down and join the cycles of one up, one down, 3 hours at a time, roughly, ballpark. Some are slightly longer,
It's
some are
true.
slightly shorter. But 3-hour cycles of incarnation.
That's
It's like
true.
riding a bicycle. One up, one down, one up, one down, one up, one down. Over and over again. And in this way, we can perhaps accomplish something in the physical dimension.
That's true.
Let's call for a refresh right now. All the higher
Your
souls. For these immediate physical presences, and all of us in Team Takedown in all levels of physicality right now, right
That's
now.
true.
Wake up. Now is the time to call for the refresh,
That's
calling
true.
for our own higher
Higher
souls who are ready, willing, and able to come into the physical dimension and do the work to get ready. Calling for our own future lives.
Our own future lives.
Who are ready, willing, and able to come into the physical dimension in this time and do the work to get ready. And now being ready means you're fully cleaned up and fully provisioned.
with the items on the supply list.
And now to begin to form incarnating teams, one higher soul merging weakest strip to weakest strip with one future life.
That's true.
Fully provisioned, fully clean.
clean.
Begin to drop in. Find the seats with your names on them. All the seats with your names on them, and fill those seats, and bringing that continual stream of incarnating teams down until
This
all the
time.
seats are full. If there's an empty seat near you, raise your hand.
That's true.
And keep coming in until all the seats with your name tags are filled, and until all these seats are filled.
That's true.
I feel like all the seats are full. Do you have?
Yeah, that's true.
And now to say to the shift that was just relieved to leave all supplies here and
true.
get a screen and begin to drop down, taking the trash out with you. Drop down to the target of truth below, taking out everything that is unhelpful.
That's true.
And when we get down to that target, ball it up into a big, enormous ball of unhelpful presence and compress it tighter and tighter, smaller and smaller, until it's dense enough to create a black hole, basically.
That's
and then
true.
dropping it down through the center of the target below.
That's true.
And it feels like it cracks open even
Yeah,
more of
it's
the
true.
physical dimension. and more errors are starting to come
Come
out.
out.
So now let's be of service. Grab a screen, a bag, a template, something, and begin to take out the lies, the untruths,
The errors,
the lower
lost
souls,
souls.
yes, the unexploded munitions heading for the right place. And my story is we're staying in the nature realms, the
That's
right
true.
place that will have
the
the
greatest
impact in providing
a collective restart right now.
It does look like a very nature realmsy place where this is being delivered.
That's true.
Switching the focus,
Playing the grace.
pumping it up. There. Now, feeling the vibration of what we're supposed to do, and the vibration of what we've actually done, and with our own efforts intending to exceed the assignment, to do more than the assignment. Ooh, and in this way, maybe we'll actually get the assignment done.
That's true.